Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. Coming up in today's video, we bust out the hand cam for the first time.
So, oh, good shot.
We hit some disgusting Revenant clips.
Ooh.
And we have to play out an entire rant game as a solo and clutch up for our team. You guys are not going to want to miss it, so stick around and enjoy the video. Why? God! Move, bro! Oh!
I'm letting you get it. I'm letting you get it.
No, I suck, bro. Oh my god, I was whipping.
You got it. You got it.
That's a different team.
Good.
Wait. Oh, I gotta reset.
He was really low.
Oh,
Nice.
behind us again. What the hell?
Get back, bro.
On the height. 88.
Nice. Where's he ping?
Right there.
Oh. Well,
Dead.
nice.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 88. 70 on red.
Nice. Oh.
Ow.
Yeah, I got you. Got you. Nice. The ping. Holy shit.
There's two different
Nah,
teams.
you're nasty.
Okay, so now you guys are all warmed up and ready. We're going to get into that crazy ranked game that I spoke of in the intro. We had a rough start to the game, and unfortunately my teammates died, but the whole lobby ended up converging on my location, and I have to fight everyone off. Hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah, it's really fucked. I got absolutely destroyed. Everyone looked
Can you
like
come
me.
for a sec, please?
got it.
There's no fucking way.
You're into it.
I did that so well.
You're actually into it.
I just have so many no rudders, dude. So many no rudders on this main one. Even fucking crazy on that shit. Damn. Nice shit, Sam.
Alrighty now, welcome to the section of the video called Revsplaining, where we go over and mansplain all of the stupid things I do with Revenant and what I did right and wrong in the fight, so hopefully you guys can understand how to play Revenant better in the future. I climb roof first to get an idea of where everyone is and what's going on, and I immediately see some guy on a crafter off to my left. So I then go to chow bottom floor to see what's going on down there, but as I'm opening the door, you can see for a split second somebody behind the Guapee running off to the left of the door I'm going through, and my eye picks up on this, and it's a very important piece of information because I know there's two people in here and these are most likely the teammates of the guy on the crafter. I shout the Guapee and get a big 88 pump on him, but decide to back up and ult on the door to avoid taking damage whilst I'm casting it. I get my ult off on the door, and I reach out to carry on the aggression of the damage I just got on the Guapee. And he's also panicked and dropped bubble. I chow inside the bubble with my PK, the perfect weapon for a bubble fight. I get another big pump on him and go for the second pump, and this one would have knocked him for sure, but I just barely skimmed it and he gets outside. And by this point, I also hear this guy take a couple pop shots to my left, and it's logical of me to assume that he's continued to go that way through the window and is now flanking me, and the gunshots to my left confirm this. This could be the guy from the crafter who's just gone closer, but I prefer to assume that it was just the guy that I saw in the building. This is just a simple case of being aware of your surroundings, and this comes mostly from practice and learning enemy patterns. Even if I didn't hear this guy to my left, he's most likely going to be chowing that door anyway. And the Guapee's bubble also works in my favour, because where this guy chows from, he's peeking through the door in the direction of the crafter, but the Guapee bubble is blocking him from shooting me from the door. So instead, he has to slide in and get within range of my Peacekeeper, as to which I get the easiest 2-pump possible. You slow it down, you can see when I slide through the door that the guy is still by the crafter, and I'm pretty sure that is their third. I didn't see that in the moment, but I'm still dead set on killing the Guapee, and thus I'm chasing him down. And I'm gonna be honest, this fucking fat boy is just a wizard. I have no idea how I lost this guy. He either climbed up top right on the building with no sound, or he climbed over the wall to the right and went back inside. I think he was the second one that he did. He's so quick, honestly just better player. I don't know how I missed this guy. I even super glid over the wall to try and catch up, and I still lost him. Even though I don't know where he's gone and I have no audio of where he left to, it would be more logical for me to assume that he went to the right instead of the left. And I kind of just stalled out and lost a lot of time here from going this way and climbing roof again. Definitely a mistake on my part. I chose not to ego chow her, which I think in hindsight I definitely should have. I think from height here I could have had an easy 2-pump if I just kept chowing her, and she seemed pretty scared. This was probably a big mistake of the fight. Other than the whiff on the Guapee earlier, I definitely could have ego chowed and got on the squad right here. But since I lost the Guapee and I don't know how much he'd healed, I just made a poor decision and I already lost so much time from going to the wrong side of the building. I antagonize them a little bit as they're rotating away to annoy them, and then eventually I start to move because I get pushed from behind and I keep getting shot in the arse. I go to heal with my cells in this small building, and I'm pretty much down bad on meds, and there's a crafter nearby, so at this point I'm considering crafting some shield bats, even if it's a bit risky. But once everyone starts popping off around me and shooting each other, I take the opportunity to craft some bats myself, which ends up being huge later on. Now right here, I'm just waiting to see what's happening with the teams behind me, and people are rotating, but this team just runs right at my door, 3 people at once. So my immediate instinct is, I can't fight this team on this door. There's 2 people on my door, I hear the 3rd one. There is no way I'm 1v3ing right here, even in Revolt. They're most likely just going to swing it, and they have a conduit. And I also need to go zone. So I'm going to hold them on the door for a sec, pop my Revolt and slide out of line of sight to the right around the side of the door frame to avoid taking damage. I take damage in my Revolt and get a Rev Q off and immediately Q out because I can't fight this team here. There is no way. I have 0 cover. I get the Q off, and now this position is where stuff gets really important with the entire rest of this match. You're going to see exactly how I utilize playing height to an advantage. If you still consider the Obi-Wan high ground meme just a meme and you aren't applying it to your video games in FPS and how you win fights, you need to start doing it alright. It's not just a meme, I promise you. High ground wins fights, like in any game, period. And especially here. Stick on height, I switched my flatline to beam this guy who was just a free 1 clip. I consider ego challenging the Wraith because I've done decent damage to our armor, but I quickly bail because I realize there's still so many people around us. I don't know where anyone else is. I see 2 people in front of me. I need to pick my fights perfectly. So I bail on this one. My Q lands right in a conduit tactical, which sucks and really kills my momentum. Still getting shot at. So by this point, I'm trying to take the attention off of me and find some place within zone where I'm not getting shot at and I'm not the focus. And I've landed myself right in a corner where I can just barely get a bat off as zone is slowly closing in. And from where the bullet trails are coming from, I can also detect that there's still somebody looking at me in zone, which there is when I peek this corner, and this guy is still holding me. I catch this Pathfinder picking his nose in the corner, so I'm immediately going to ego challenge him because he's not even focused. And then the decision for me to go for the armor swap and the thirst is purely because of the fuse ult, because I know there's multiple people looking at me now and I'm going to be highlighted in the ult, so I need to keep my HP up. I whiff a couple of wingman shots on this guy because I can't see what I'm looking at with all the visual clutter. Then I immediately swap back to the other armor, not only because it has a cell more, but also because it's red and I want to Q out and take as little damage from this hort as possible, so I jump over it and leap over. And the reason I chose to go back here was purely by chance. I mean, I can't really go any other direction. And I was just hoping that there wasn't going to be anybody over here still, which luckily there wasn't. However, there was a bang ult, which I just narrowly avoided by finding the closest spot in which there were no rockets. And then I cancel my ult excel after I hear this guy pushing. I go for a PK pump, but it's not worth because the guy wasn't close. I should have opened with the wingman, but then I whiff a couple of wingman shots. Not a great spray right here. I definitely should have destroyed this kid right here, but I got lucky and he didn't ego chow because he took enough damage. And this was purely fight or flight. I have nowhere to play where I'm standing. I'm on flat, low ground. The guy could push me from above, and I have nowhere to play. This guy is wide swinging me out in the open. There is no other choice here other than to ego chow. If I crouch and try to heal, he's just going to kill me. And I have a wingman, which obviously has completely broken strafe speed, so I'm more confident to chow this guy with this weapon than I would be with most. I hit him with only 2 shots and he goes down, and by this point I've knocked that guy so quickly that the other guy that I was just fighting is most likely still healing, so I go for a bit of an egotistical Phoenix kit. I get it off and then I go for the ult excel right after. There's 2 teams left and I really still don't want to be the center of attention, so when I'm looking at this guy as I'm approaching the fight, I opt to not shoot him even though I have somewhat of a clear shot on him early on. Not shooting him here is not only so I could get close, but the position he is holding is the exact same spot that I was holding earlier. It's high on top of a rock where you're looking down on all of your opponents and everyone is fighting over there, and I can tell that from how far away their audio is. So I'm patient, I don't shoot my wingman, I get closer first for a clearer shot and to take his position. I immediately get there and take advantage of where I've placed myself. I catch the guy at the horizon with a headshot and then start laying down the rest of the wingman mag and get some really good damage and a knock. I then ego chow this guy, jumping off of the height, and the reason I jump over the height after this knock is because one team's already dead now. I've knocked one, the second guy's 1 HP, and I have no clue where their third is. I just want to secure the second knock, and I'm playing a legend that has a reposition anyway, and I'm in Revolt. Earlier, it was stupid of me to jump off and ego chow the Wraith because I don't know how many people were surrounding me, but in this instance, I've just knocked a Horizon on a different team, and now this is going to be the 3rd knock of the fight, and I see top right there's only 1 squad left, so I'm going to ego chow him, get the knock, and immediately I'm looking around not knowing where the third is, and he's somehow on the height that I just was. He's got a good head glitch and he's got my high ground. He didn't lay down particularly great shots, which was lucky, but I was also in Revolt, so that paid off, so I immediately go to the left and decide to wrap around and fight him on the high as opposed to being on low ground. Slide into him, didn't have any audio of him coming around the corner, and I don't think he had any of me either. That's just an apex moment right there. I was originally going to slide as soon as I heard him to sort of like, you know, engage the tap strafe PK pump, but no audio was given, and then we win the fight anyway by playing the cover of the respawn beacon and being patient and getting good pumps off. So yeah, that was pretty much all of my thought process throughout the fight. I probably missed a few things here and there, and this is always, you know, mostly based off of memory. Definitely a few mistakes were made early on in the other fights, and then of course that wingman mag that I whiffed was also a bit of a poo-poo moment. We don't talk about that, alright? Yeah, let me know if you found any of this useful, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.